Well, the holiday break is over, school is back in session, and it's time to get back to the normal routine for the rest of the basketball season. Tonight, we welcome you back to Bella Vista High School for a Capital Valley Conference matchup between the host Broncos and the River Valley Falcons of Yuba City. Bella Vista is 1-1 in league play with a win over Roseville and a loss to Antelope last Friday. River Valley has played just one league game so far, a loss at home last Wednesday to Intercom. In fact, this is just the second game for River Valley in the last 2.5 weeks. Just the one game last week, and then before that they had last played before Christmas. Good evening, everybody. George Tharlson with you from Bella Vista High School. Happy to have you along for tonight's action. After splitting their first two league games, the Broncos come into tonight's contest with a 7-11 record overall and saw Mikey Simonian return to action last Wednesday for the game against Roseville after missing the previous 4 games with a sprained ankle. He responded with 6 points, but also played most of the game and did not seem to be bothered too much by the injury. The game also saw Jonah Wooden enter the starting lineup, and he responded with a career-high 17 points to help Bella Vista to the victory. River Valley, in the meantime, has played just one game prior to tonight since before Christmas, as we were talking about just a few moments ago. They're hoping not to be too rusty from the lack of action and look to get their first league win of the season after losing their CVC opener to Intercom last Wednesday, 93-39. The Falcons come into tonight's matchup at 6-11 overall and 0-1 in league play. Now, speaking of River Valley, they feature the leading rebounder among Capital Valley Conference schools in Jackson McPeak. That is Jackson McPeak, who wears number 10. If you followed us during the football season, you may recall he was the starting quarterback for River Valley, and now he puts that 6'5" frame to work, averaging nearly 5 points and just north of 10 rebounds per game. With the JV squad last year, he averaged a double-double, nearly 11 points and 11 rebounds per game. Some other names to watch for River Valley. My apologies there. Some other names to watch for River Valley. Tavion Brown, number 20. He's a 6'4" junior and the leading scorer on the team, averaging about 12 points per game. His season high this year was 23 against River City in their last non-league game. That was that game that was played right before Christmas. A 70-63 loss in the Joe Bowers tournament at Bradshaw Christian. The second leading scorer is Jay Chohan, a 6'2" junior, averaging 10.6 points per game. He had a 32-point game in a win over Chico on December 12th. Munith Gill and UV Donsage, numbers 14 and 35, are also among the team's leading scorer. Another interesting note about River Valley is that win over Chico, where Jay Chohan went for 32 points. That's the third time that the Broncos and the Panthers of Chico have played this year. That was a scheduled one-off game, but they have participated in 2 of the same tournaments prior to that, with Chico actually winning both of those contests. For Bella Vista, as you know, Damian Rickett leads the way. In fact, he leads the Capital Valley Conference in scoring, averaging north of 18.6 points per game. Led all scorers with 24 points in the win over Roseville last Wednesday, and also hauled down 15 rebounds. And then he followed that up with another 24 points in the loss to Antelope on Friday. Look for more from Mikey Simonian tonight, averaging 15 points per game. He should be back to close to full strength, and in fact, talking with Coach David Gonzalez before the game tonight, he was saying that Mikey has told him that he's feeling better now than he has in a long time, and the ankle is feeling really good. So hopefully that means Mikey Simonian getting back to Mikey Simonian stuff tonight, because they do need to balance out their scoring. Of course, Damian Rickett is going to get his points, and he's going to get his rebounds, but you want to get that balanced scoring, maybe get 2-3 more others in double figures, take some of the pressure off Damian Rickett. You know that River Valley's going to key on Rickett as well. Jonah Wooden is still in the starting lineup. He has been very impressive lately. Put up 17 points against Roseville last week. when they made the change to put him in the starting lineup, and as we mentioned, he's continuing to get the call tonight. His average is points per average is just over 6 points per game, but that's up from where it was 2-3 weeks ago. He's contributing just over 2 rebounds and 1 steal per game. Now, while Rickett leads the way in rebounds for BV, 9 per game, the Broncos also get rebounding strength from Simonian, Zachary O'Neal, Marcus Murch, and Maxwell Prucher. Well, the River Valley Falcons have come off to the sideline here, and the Bella Vista Broncos are now making their way over to the bench. And they do their cheer thing, and they're getting ready. We'll get ready to get this game underway. Last minute instructions. The head coach of the River Valley Falcons is Brian Lowe. The assistant is Paul Ruggiero. A chance to talk with assistant coach Ruggiero a little bit before the game. Very delightful conversation as we chatted a bit before the game. David Gonzalez in his 24th year as the head coach. He's assisted by his dad, Paul, Omid Sabagian, and Tom Kinsey. So the Broncos, the starting lineup is Mikey Simonian, the 6-foot senior, and Jonah Wooden, the 5'11 sophomore, Marka Trotzik, the 6'3 junior, Damian Rickett, the 6'4 senior, and Zachary O'Neal, the 6'4 junior. Taking a look at the starters for River Valley. We will pick them up as we go along. Stepping in is Tavion Brown to jump it up against Damian Rickett. So Tavion Brown will jump center. And River Valley will get the possession to start things off. That's Tarun Nijar. Number 1 is the point guard. Here's Jay Chohan. They find it in and underneath. Munith Gill, we mentioned him at the outset. He gets the first 2 points of the game, the 6'3 senior. Here's Simonian, finds an opening, takes it to the basket. The reverse layup won't go. The putback attempt by O'Neal won't go. And River Valley is back in control. Here's Munith Gill again. A collision to the floor, tries to save it. Winds up in the hands of Damian Rickett. So here come the Broncos. We'll set those starters for River Valley. We apologize we didn't get to do that right before the game starts. Here's Simonian on the baseline. He'll take it up, misses again. O'Neal another rebound. He'll try and get it in and underneath, looking for Wooden, off the hands of River Valley and out of bounds. Tarun Nijar is a 5'5 junior. Munith Gill is a 6'4 senior. Gill wears number 14. They get the ball inside to Rickett, and Rickett gets the first points of the game for Bella Vista. A minute in, even at 2 points. This is UV Dosage. Here's Nijar, entry pass looking for Gill, deflected away. Wooden back the other way, tries to dump it in. It's deflected and taken back by River Valley. That's Jay Chohan, number 23. Tavion Brown, their leading scorer, gets it underneath. They are going to call the foul, a late whistle. And I think maybe Wooden may get this one. Yes, Jonah Wooden gets called for the personal. That is his first. First team foul on Bella Vista. Tavion Brown will go to the line. Brown is a 6'4 senior, number 20. Gill, a 6'3 senior, number 14. Also lining up on the line there is the 6'4 junior, UV Dosange. Then it's Tarun Nijar, 5'5 junior. And Jay Chohan, the 6'2 junior. So one of 2 free throws. Dosange with the rebound for River Valley. There's a nice power move back the other way by Tavian Brown. He just muscles that one up and in. River Valley by 3. River Valley is 6-11. Bella Vista is 7-11. And again, River Valley not showing any effects of having only played one game in the last 2.5 weeks. Three-pointer for Jonah Wooden. And the Broncos are on the board again, and it looks like some nice defense forcing the ball out of bounds. We have a tie ball game at 5. Chohan thought about the 3. Najjar out front. Najjar picked up by Trotzik. He'll cross it over to Dosange. Dosange muscles his way in. They're going to call a travel. Worked the feet a little bit too much, and some good defense there by Zachary O'Neill. You know, they both list at 6'4", but Dosange looks like he's taller. Entry pass down low to Rickett. Rickett backs in. He'll put up a shot. That one dances around and drops in. 4 points for Damian Rickett. Falcons back the other way. This is Gill in and underneath. He muscles up a shot. Deflected from behind, and the Broncos control. Here's Rickett. Now a Trotzik way out in front. Trotzik to the baseline. He's closed off there, finds O'Neill. O'Neill splits through a double team. Ball winds up on the ground. We're going to get a foul called on Tavian Brown. That's his first team foul on River Valley. And it looks like Coach Brian Lowe is wanting a timeout here. It's a 30-second timeout. He wants to get his team together a little bit to regroup. Bella Vista was down 5-2. They have run off 5 straight points of their own, including that 3-point shot by Jonah Wooden. And now the Broncos find themselves in front by 2 points. And in possession of the ball once we get ready to resume play here at Bella Vista. Broncos have a couple of tough ones coming up. They'll be playing Wood Creek on the road a little bit later on. Then a week from tonight, we get to see Inderkum here at Bella Vista High School, and we know that Inderkum is always really good at just about any sport that's out there. Rickett underneath. He'll take it up over Gill and put it up and in. Damian Rickett now up with 6 points. Here's Najjar, works off a screen from Gill. Looking at the high post for Brown, they don't get it to him. Chohan, nice behind the back. He'll take it to the baseline. Nice looping shot off the glass is good. That's the first points of the night for Chohan. He averages 10.5. Simonian finds an opening, takes it through 3 defenders, and loops that one up and in. Mikey Simonian, his first 2 points of the game. He averages about 15. Wooden hounding Najjar. And we're going to get another travel call. That's the second time. I believe Chohan was called for the other one as well, but that's another turnover for River Valley. Bella Vista taking possession of the ball once again with their 4-point lead. First day back at school for Bella Vista. Wide open underneath Damian Rickett. He's up to 8. Nice assist there for a Trotzik. Nice look on his part as well. Broncos by 6. Here's Brown. Brown drives into the baseline, or into the paint, if you will, and he puts that one up and in. 5 points for Tavian Brown. Rickett closed off. Wooden for another 3. That one's off. Trotzik the rebound, and Bella Vista maintains possession. That ball's deflected into backcourt. Trotzik having trouble getting hounded there by Chohan. Now a Trotzik from the free throw line. Gets his first 2 of the night. Broncos back by 6. Chohan, he'll step up, he'll take a shot that will miss everything and go out of bounds. Substitutions now for River Valley. Jackson McPeak, the leading rebounder in the Capital Valley Conference, comes off the bench, and yet he is still the leading rebounder. Gertaran Sangu is also into the game for River Valley. Simonian on Nijar. Thought about turning it around, has it deflected away, gets it back. Three-pointer from Atrocic, that's too hard. And Brown controls the rebound for River Valley. Nice defensive play on the part of Damian Rickett. He couldn't control the possession, but he's going to force an inbounds play for River Valley. This is Sangu that will inbound. Chohan will find Brown. Brown with a spin move into the lane. That one dances off and drops in. Tavion Brown with 7 points. The lead is 4. Simonian off a screen from Rickett. He'll launch a three. Mikey Simonian with the trifecta. He's got 5. And the Broncos now take a 7-point lead. Chohan finds an opening down the lane, goes in on Wooden. Loose ball, Wooden standing out of bounds, and it winds up right in his hands. So that's going to be possession to River Valley. Sevak Mundi is coming into the game, number 3 for River Valley. He will inbound the ball, finds McPeak cutting to the basket. He puts it up and in. Jackson McPeak on the receiving end of a pass, which is not normal during football season for him. It's usually the ones throwing them. Here's Rickett. Wide open is Jonah Wooden underneath. Rickett finds Wooden, and Wooden is up to 5 points on the night. 7-point lead for the Broncos. Mundy. He'll find Brown. Brown double teamed. His shot swirls around and drops in. Brown is up to 9 points on the night now for River Valley. He has 9 of the 15. Rickett, high post it goes to O'Neal. Here's Atrocic. Atrocic closed off, looking for help. He's going to loop it all the way over to Simonian, and we're going to get a foul called on Mundy. That'll be his first. Action's right at the sideline. In a bit of a danger of stepping out of bounds, but they say all contact happened first. Marcus Murch is into the game. O'Neal will get a breather. Atrocic. He'll be picked up by Chohan. Here's Rickett. Rickett will back in. He'll force up a shot, can't get it to go, gets the rebound and puts it up and in. 24 points, 15 rebounds a week, 6 days ago against Roseville here at Bella Vista for Damian Rickett. Pass inside Tavion Brown. He puts it up and in and draws the foul. Foul was going to be on Damian Rickett. That's his first second-team foul on the Broncos. Late in first quarter so far with 26.2 seconds to go. Only 2 fouls on either team. Brown. With the three-pointer. Traditional. He's the first one to reach double figures, it looks like. No, actually Rickett's at double figures as well. Brown's actually at 12. Rickett has 10, by the way. Matching his number, but that won't last. Loose ball is going to be deflected and controlled by Damian Rickett. 3 seconds to go. Rickett forces up a shot at the buzzer. Does not go, as we have come to the end of the first quarter here at Bella Vista High School. The Broncos did lead by as many as 7. The lead right now back down to 4. Very, very close first quarter of play here in Fair Oaks at Bella Vista High School. And Chohan. Bella Vista has Simonian, Atrocic, Marcus Murch, Damian Rickett, and Jonah Wooden. Falling to the ground, you can't get back up. They're going to get a whistle, and they're going to get a foul. Simonian was on the ground. I think they got Sangu on that one. Simonian will inbound. Not sure what the delay was all about, but they will get the ball into Rickett. Nice touch pass to Simonian for three. Murch the rebound, he puts it back up, no. And Brown controls. Here's Mundy pushing it back into front court for River Valley. Chohan. This is Tavion Brown. Brown closed off by Rickett. And now driving in, Sangu has the ball rejected from behind. Goes out of bounds. River Valley controls possession. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Long pass in, kind of up for grabs. Chohan has it. Chohan on Simonian, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Sangu. Sangu's pass deflected, and it may have gone off of his teammate Mundy. That's going to be Bella Vista ball, yes. Had a really good look at that. First deflected by BV, and then Sangu reached out trying to corral it. Would have been better to pull that hand back and let that one go out of bounds, but you've got that instant reaction. You want to get possession of the ball. Rickett underneath, doesn't even come back down to the floor before putting up that shot. He's got 12. 6-point lead for Bella Vista. Underneath McPeak, gets by the defenders. He puts that one up and in. So Jackson McPeak, his second bucket of the game, has 4. In fact, he's just about at his average. There's a Trotzik, he finds an opportunity, drives in on McPeak, and he takes a whack to the arm and will go to the free throw line. That's on McPeak. I have him for 1. Second team foul in the second quarter for River Valley. 2 shots for Trotzik as he was in the act of shooting. Well, we're happy to have you along here for our live stream on YouTube. We're going to talk, maybe if we get a chance to talk about this at halftime, but we're going to be picking up a couple of the girls basketball games here on YouTube here in the month of January. One of those is next week. Chohan, they're going to say he committed an offensive foul, maybe a little bit of an arm bar, offensive player control foul, and so that's going to be his first. And possession goes back over to Bella Vista. Broncos by 5. Otrotzik will come out, and Maxwell Prucher to see his first action. Rickett will inbound, so it's Prucher, Wooden, Simonian, Murch, and Wooden. What a great basketball name, Wooden. Prucher looking underneath for Marcus Murch. That one swatted away with 2 hands. Bella Vista to retain possession. 23 on the shot clock. Rickett out front. Double team closed off and draws a foul. Looks like Sangu will get that one. Non-shooting foul, 4th team foul. Bella Vista here with a 3-point shot on the way from Simonian. He's got 8. And it looks like a timeout is going to be called. This one's called by Bella Vista. Right after the basket, the Broncos with an 8-point lead. Again, they got down not by a lot early, but River Valley jumped out to a quick 5-2 lead. Broncos then answered with 5 straight at that point, built it all the way up to 7. They now have it at 8 points after it came down to 4 by the end of the first quarter. And River Valley, by the way, they just have the 2 points from Jackson McPeak here in the quarter here. We're 2 minutes in. They've scored 2 points. Bella Vista with 6 on the board. And River Valley to bring it in now, coming out of the timeout. In the corner, this is Mundy. Johan, he finds Gill. Right now, the 2-3 zone from Bella Vista closing off the interior as they work the perimeter. They can't really find anybody underneath. There's Chohan way out by the center court circle. Here's Mundy with 3 seconds on the shot clock. His runner comes up and off, no good. Loose ball on the ground. McPeak controls the rebound. And a 3-point shot on the way now taken by Chohan that will go out of bounds. And we're going to get a foul called on Jackson McPeak. To be his second. That is the 5th team foul on River Valley, so that means free throws. Zachary O'Neal at the line. O'Neal has struggled at the free throw line this year, about 20%. And he does get 1 of 2 there. That's his first point of the game. 29-20, 9-point lead for Bella Vista. Brown has that one deflected away by Rickett. Here's Simonian. He gets away around a couple of defenders, right through 2 of them. Gets the deuce, and then on the overplay knocks the ball out of bounds and is going to force another inbound where River Valley cannot run the baseline. Biggest lead of the night for Bella Vista, 11 points. Mundy. Now Brown at the top. Brown will get back to Mundy. They continue the perimeter game. Got McPeak down low, but they can't get it to him. Here's a steal by Rickett. He read that beautifully, and he gets another deuce. Damian Rickett up to 14 points on the night for the Broncos. Here's Brown. Closed off to the baseline. Again, they are looking for McPeak underneath, but they're not getting it to him. High post, it goes to Gill. Gill has the ball poked away from behind. Then he ties it up with Murch as they both wind up on the floor. And we're going to get a foul called on Muneth Gill. That'll be his first. And we are over the limit in fouls for River Valley. Bella Vista, by the way, has not been called for a foul yet in the second quarter with 4:14 to go. They lead by 13, and Marcus Murch will go to the line. Murch is a 54% free throw shooter, that is. Brown controls. Here's Najjar back into the game. Run the point. Gill. Here's Brown. Double team, closed off. Jumps the pass over to Mundy. They'll bring it back out. Plenty of time on the shot clock. The ball deflected from behind. It looks like that one may go on Murch. Yep. So that'll be the first personal foul on Murch, the first team foul on Bella Vista here in the second quarter. Just under 4 minutes to play. And another turnover by River Valley. The ball deflected. It's the second time Bella Vista's deflected the ball, but then ricochets off a River Valley player to go out of bounds. Rickett on Brown to the baseline, closed off by McPeak, tries to power it up, and Brown winds up with a loose ball. Here's Mundy. Mundy finds McPeak on the outside. Here's Mundy with a long three-point shot. Brown tries for the rebound, deflected away and out of bounds, right into the Bella Vista cheerleaders. And River Valley will inbound to the left of the basket. Runneth Gill. Dosange is back into the game. Here's Brown. Closed off. Foul away down on the floor. That's going to be on Prucher. His first. Second team foul on Bella Vista. Runneth Gill draws the foul as he takes that one to the rack and gets the deuce. Foul was on Marcus Murch, his second. Gill with 4 points. Murch is going to come out. A Trotsic will come back in. River Valley Falcons. 6-11 on the year. 0-1 in league play. They lost to Intercom last week. Rickett the rebound. Runneth Gill is a 52% free throw shooter, by the way. He missed that free throw. Trotsic out front. Ball was deflected away from behind. It will stay with Bella Vista. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Gurtaran Sangu will come back into the game. Tavion Brown will get a breather. Simonian. They left him open. He'll launch the NBA range three. Mikey Simonian says, I'll take that shot anytime you let me. 14-point lead for Bella Vista. Loose ball. Runneth Gill winds up on the floor. The officials are going to have a conversation as a foul was called, presumably on Bella Vista. That's going to be on O'Neill. Looks like they are talking with the timer. It is a non-shooting foul. Fresh 35, 2:40 to go in the second quarter. Dosange. Najjar. Now here's Gill once again. Bring it back over. Nice ball movement. Dosange underneath. He'll take a shot. That one's too hard. Loose ball on the ground. And it's controlled by Simonian. Rickett right side, Simonian on the left. Trotsic's open for a three in the corner. Krucher controls, back out to Simonian, ball fake in, draws the foul, puts up a runner from about 10 feet out. Runneth Gill will get called for his second. And Mikey Simonian will go back to the line. Simonian is back to his Mikey Simonian ways, by the way. 13 points already tonight. Well, Vista as a team kind of struggling at the free throw line tonight. Simonian's a 70% free throw shooter this year. He misses them both. Jason Tran with the purple shoes is into the game. That's number 4. Dosage gets hit from behind by a Trotzik. He'll get called for his first personal. That's 5 on Bella Vista now. They went for more than half the quarter with no fouls and now have been now reached the limit, which is going to lead to free throws for River Valley. This is Dosage. Looks like everybody's struggling at the line tonight. Dosage is a 68% free throw shooter. Both teams are having their difficulties. Dosage gets 1 of 2. That's his first point of the game. 14-point lead. Rickett, he's open for a three-pointer. Wooden back into the game, finds Simonian. Back out to Rickett. Rickett. Wooden will drive towards the baseline. His runner won't go. Gill the rebound for River Valley. Dosage, one of the taller players, will push the ball into front court. Here's Chohan. Now Tran at the top of the key. Chohan with the green shoes. He'll miss that one. Nice shoe game, by the way, for River Valley. Wooden thought about the three. Over to Rickett. He'll find O'Neal. O'Neal will launch one up from about 14, and that goes off. Tran finds Dosage. He's double teamed immediately and travels. Another turnover for River City. A 13-point lead for Bella Vista. There's a steal by Dosage, and he finds Chohan. Chohan will put it up with the left hand. He's got 4, cuts the lead to 11. 35 seconds to go before halftime. About a 3-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Rickett, he'll drive the lane. His runner goes up and in. No foul called as he winds up on the floor. Rickett, 16 points on the night. 12 seconds to go. 13-point game and a turnover on the far sideline. Bella Vista's going to get the last shot. Eight seconds to go. The crowd is counting it down. Here's Simonian. He's open. Steps inside. He'll scoop up a shot at the buzzer that rims off, no good. As we have come to the end of the first half here at Bella Vista High School, the Broncos with a 13-point lead as they lead this one 38-25. River Valley will have possession to start the second half. Bella Vista's already lined up in a 2-3 zone. So we're underway in the second half. Najar, that's Dosage. Looks like River Valley's going with their same starting 5. There's a left-handed shot on the way that's up and off, no good for Chohan. The rebound in the corner, Dosage, he misses. Tipped out, another offensive rebound. And in the corner, 3-point shot. That one comes off for Dosage. Rickett controls for Bella Vista. So a couple of offensive rebounds, which has been an issue for Bella Vista at times during this season. But none of those go in. The Broncos have their first possession of the second half and are looking to dent the scoreboard for the first time. Looking to be the first team of these two to dent the scoreboard here in the second half. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Simonian. He'll drive in, back over to Rickett. 6 seconds. Rickett's jumper is on the way and off. Nijar almost threw that one away. Chohan was there to find it. Here's Tavion Brown in and underneath, and Rickett controls. Simonian lost it, gets it back. Now here's Rickett. Rickett to the baseline, closed off there. Open, Jonah Wooden gets fouled as he launched a three-pointer. That's going to be 3 free throws for Jonah Wooden. That's on Tavion Brown, his second. Jonah Wooden, 17 points a week ago against Roseville. Wooden, by the way, a 42% free throw shooter, has 2 more. That one teased him a little bit, but he got the friendly roll. And that one's halfway down and comes out. That's that Heartbreak Hotel shot. Bella Vista with the first point of the third quarter. Lead is 14. Nijar works off a screen from Gill. Brown on the baseline. Now here's Dosanjh. High post, it goes to Gill. He'll launch one from the free throw line. Wooden the rebound. Simonian, he collides with Brown and draws the foul. That's 3 on Brown. Taran Sangu will come in, and Brown will come out. He is facing some foul trouble here. Jonah Wooden to inbound for Bella Vista. Fresh 35 on the shot clock. Simonian with a ball fake. Here's a 12-footer that's on the way. Rickett, an offensive rebound. His putback, he might have been fouled, no call. Nijar out at the top of the key. Works off a screen. He'll launch a 3. That one's coming off. Wooden the rebound. Rickett in the corner. He'll launch a 3. Got it. Damian Rickett at 19. Got 2 consecutive 24-point games. Sangu to Nijar at the top. Dosanjh underneath, and he'll put it up with the left hand, and that one drops. Dosanjh just 3 points on the night. He averages nearly 9 per game. Broncos by 15. Wooden, 3-pointer. That one a little too long. Dosanjh. There's a 3 the other way. And the putback is in for Dosanjh. He's got 5 on the night. Here's Rickett. Wooden is open for a 3-pointer. That one's off, no good. Simonian the rebound. He'll put it back up, no good. Rickett the rebound. So a couple of offensive rebounds for Bella Vista. Rickett at 21. Sangu for 3. That's his first points of the game. He averages about 6 per contest. Already halfway there with just that one shot. Simonian to the free throw line. Nice play by Jonah Wooden. Was able to get a hand on the ball and then just bop it right off a defender. Control, keeps possession for the Broncos. Pass off the foot of Munith Gill on the kick. That resets the shot clock. They were inbounding with 24. It's now back to 35. Simonian. He'll drive the baseline. Ball is out and controlled by River Valley. Here's Gill, full head of steam as he drives in on O'Neal. He's going to get 2 shots out of that exchange as Zachary O'Neal gets his second personal. First team foul on Bella Vista. Lenneth Gill is now at 5 points on the night. 50% free throw shooter coming into this game. Okay, they're going to call the lane violation. Actually, the lane violation is called on Chohan, so they don't even get the second shot because of that. Lead is 11. Rickett, he draws the foul as he was double teamed. Hit from behind, that one on Dosange. Looks like Jackson McPeak is going to come into the game. Lenneth Gill will come out. We talked about that Jackson McPeak averages about 10 rebounds per game. He doesn't even start, and he still gets 10 rebounds. At least he didn't start tonight. Here's a Trotzik. Now it's Simonian over to Wooden. He'll launch another 3, and that one drops. Jonah Wooden at 9. Sangu. He'll find Dosange. O'Neal, the rebound, had it batted away. Nice aggressive play by Sangu, although Bella Vista did control it. Here's Rickett. Rickett, he'll launch a 3 and drill it. Damian Rickett at 24 points. Third consecutive game he's hit that mark. Probably not done tonight. He's not done doing other stuff either, as he came up with that loose ball and then draws a foul. That looks like that's on Dosange again. 2 on him. Fourth team foul on River Valley. There's Simonian, he finds an open path, can't get the shot to go. McPeak the rebound. I think that's only his second for the game. Average is about 10. Sangu. Check that was Chohan. Chohan again thought about the 3. Now he's open for the 3. McPeak the rebound. Najjar, he'll launch a 3. That's off the front lip. Simonian controls. Simonian's got quite a few rebounds tonight. Damian Rickett, he's at 26 now. We get a timeout called. Looks like it is a Bella Vista timeout. They're going to call the 32nd timeout. Damian Rickett had 16 points at halftime. He's got 10 in this quarter alone. 26 on the night. He is the leading scorer in the Capital Valley Conference. That the average was 18.6 prior to last Friday's game, and then he got another 24 in that contest. 26 tonight. He's probably going to bring his average up over 20 points per game once again. And again, 13 points for Mikey Simonian. He hasn't put anything down in this quarter yet. And then 9 for Jonah Wooden. Sangu. Now it's Mundy. Chohan back over to Sangu once again. Dosange to the baseline. Gets double teamed. Back over to Sangu. Mundy. Pass is deflected. But Chohan comes up with it. Practically everybody's contested. 6 seconds on the shot clock. The three-point shot doesn't go. Another rebound for Damian Rickett. He'll stop, he'll pop, he'll drill it. 29 points for Damian Rickett tonight. 13 of them here in the third quarter alone. We're going to get a held ball here. No, they called the timeout before the simultaneous possession, which I think was a bit of a break there, but apparently they got the timeout in. Broncos now in front by 22 points. It's their biggest lead of the night, 55-33 with 1:01 to go in the third quarter, and it is Damian Rickett doing Damian Rickett things tonight with 29 points. Mikey Simonian, again, we talked about during the last break, as the second leading scorer with 13. Coach Gonzalez was saying before the game that he would like to see more balanced scoring from his team. Of course, they know that Damian's going to get his points, and they have no problem with Damian going for 29 points, but he would like to see more of a distribution of points among the other guys, because there are, especially when you get to the likes of Wood Creek and Inderkum, you know those teams who are just absolutely terrifically good, if it's possible to even say that, and it is, because I just did, but you know that they've got their plan for Damian Rickett coming up on Friday and next Tuesday, and we know that it's going to be a bit of a challenge for them. And that's why Coach Gonzalez would like to see the more balanced scoring. Here's Jackson McPeak inside, and he gets his third bucket of the game. 6 points for Jackson McPeak. Wooden, Krucher back into the game. Here's a Trotzik. Trotzik to the baseline, tries to loop up a layup, and he gets it to fall. Marko Trotzik with 5. 22-point game. Under 30 seconds to go. Three-pointer back the other way. A Trotzik denying McPeak a rebound. Baseball pass is intercepted. This is Chohan. Chohan drives to the basket, loses the ball. It's deflected out of bounds by Bella Vista. And with 15 seconds to go and the shot clock off, River Valley can play for one shot if they wish. Sangu. Pass deflected away by Wooden, but it's right back to River Valley. Chohan, here's Sangu. Sangu on a Trotzik, 3 seconds to go. They'll find Dosanjh, he'll launch a three-pointer, and that one will fall short, or go long, actually. Either way, it doesn't go in. And the River Valley Falcons, they only scored 10 points in that third quarter, as they find themselves trailing now by 22 points. Out of order in the scoring there as we begin play in the fourth quarter. Bella Vista with the ball and the 22-point lead. Bryce Lovin seeing his first action tonight. Triple teamed is Rickett. Trotzik. Loose ball on the ground, it's out of bounds. And River Valley will take possession on the turnover there for Bella Vista. Sangu looking for Dosanjh underneath. This is Mundy, back to Sangu. McPeak working the ball. The ball is deflected, still loose on the ground. Sangu comes up with it. There's Mundy. He eyeballed that three-point shot. Now back the other way. Sangu will launch a tray. He drills it. That's his second three-pointer of the game. He's got 6 points. The lead is 19. Lovins back to Rickett. Krucher off the screen. He'll launch one from the free throw line. That'll come up short. Rebound to Wooden. Wooden draws the foul as he goes back to the basket. Jonah Wooden will go to the free throw line. The foul is called on Sivak Mundy. That is his second. Jonah Wooden looking to hit double figures. And he does. Wooden coming into this game a 42% free throw shooter. Missed a couple in the third quarter. Last trip to the line. Gets 1 of 2 there and is at 10 points on the night. So another double figure outing for the sophomore, Jonah Wooden. He's got 2 more years as a starter for this team. Bella Vista aggressive on the defense, a couple of deflections there, and forcing an inbounds pass here at midcourt. That was Bryce Lovins that got that second one. Chohan, Sangu, 2-man game. Dosanjh on the left. He'll try to loop a pass inside for McPeak. That one goes over his head. And the ball back to Bella Vista. So the Broncos in complete control of this one with a 20-point lead. Substitutions now for River Valley. Tavion Brown is back in. Looks like Chohan's getting a breather. Muneth Gill also in. But Chohan's still out there, sorry. Here's Rickett, double teamed. He'll muscle one up, and that one drops. 31 points for Damian Rickett. He's had a 46-point game this year. See if he can dent 40 again. Rickett's going to get called for a foul here. That's his second. First team foul on Bella Vista in the fourth quarter. Tavion Brown will inbound. This is Brown. Sangu will launch a 3. He's got a couple already. McPeak, give him credit for another rebound, a nice save. That shot comes off. Lovins and Sangu muscling it around for possession. The possession arrow should favor Bella Vista. Well, maybe we had another tie-up here in the fourth quarter. River Valley's getting the ball. Oh, that's right, Bella Vista started the fourth quarter with the ball. Here's Brown, McPeak. McPeak will launch a 3. Gill the rebound. Has it rejected from behind, gets it back. Sangu back to Gill. Underneath it goes to Brown. Goes hard up against Lovins. Bryce Lovins looks like he'll get called for the foul and will send Tavion Brown to the line. Check that, that's going to be on a Trotzik. They were both there. Ran some serious interference. O'Neal is back in. Prucher will have a seat on the bench. Brown gets them both. 14 for Brown, who, by the way, is a 69% free throw shooter for River Valley. Lovins keeps his balance. He'll power one to the basket. Looks like that one was deflected. David Gonzalez questioning whether that should have been a goaltend. Nice read by Lovins to pick that one off. Here's Simonian, Euro step, has that one rejected by Gill. Save inbounds by Lovins, and there's going to be a whistle and a foul called against River Valley. Boy, that got really intense there, that activity. Third foul on Gill. With 5:08 to go and a 20-point Bella Vista lead, they're going to leave Gill in. Trotzik facing a man-to-man defense from River Valley. Rickett. Rickett will get bumped as he tries to drive to the basket. That's going to be on Sangu. That's his third. Third team foul. Rickett underneath will turn around. His jumper comes off. Gill the rebound. And it looks like we're going to get a foul called on Rickett on the rebound. That's 3 on Rickett. 4:45 to go. Figure at some point Coach Gonzalez will make a decision to get the likes of Damian Rickett out of the game to avoid injury. Tavion Brown with the deuce there. He's at 16. Timeout called by Bella Vista with 4:21 to go. The lead is 18. Looks like this is going to be a full timeout as the starters are going to go ahead and have a seat on the bench. And what you want to do if you're Bella Vista here is obviously you don't want to let this 18-point lead slip away in the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds. I think that that was one of the things that Coach Gonzalez may be reminding them of, that, it's an 18-point lead, but we can't get complacent here because you don't want to allow them back in the game. And it is possible. It's more than half of the quarter left. Bella Vista's done a pretty good job defensively, holding River Valley to just 17 points here in the second half. Broncos are outscoring them 22-17 here in the second half of play. Broncos to keep possession here, 4:20 to go. Mikey Simonian. This is O'Neal. We're going to get a whistle. And that's on Gill. That's his 4th. Let's see if they communicate that over, watch the scorer's table here. But again, it's one of their top players, and they're down 18 with 4 minutes to go. I'm going to leave him out there. Simonian. Damian Rickett. Broncos taking their time. Here is Otranze, kind of an off-balance runner that doesn't go. Tavion Brown will muscle up a shot. McPeak gets it underneath, and he is tied up. And the alternating possession this time will go to Bella Vista with 3:40 to go. Wooden will come back in. Lovins will come out. Bella Vista with their starting 5 on the floor right now with an 18-point lead. Wooden draws the foul as he misses the shot. Jonah Wooden will go back to the line, add to that 10 points that he has already. Jackson McPeak called for his 3rd. Jonah Wooden has taken a lot of shots tonight. He's got 10 points. Not all of them have fallen, but he is getting some open looks, and in some cases, he is drawing fouls. This is at least his 3rd, maybe his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight. He gets 1 of 2. He's up to 11 points on the night. He runs the point, and he does stuff like that. Almost with the steal there. Simonian picks that one off in midair. Otranze. In and underneath the Trotzik for two. A few moments ago, Wooden came halfway up the stands. We could have interviewed him if he got any further in the middle of the game. Very aggressive play by the sophomore, Jonah Wooden. And you see it right there as well. Forces the travel. Great defense by Jonah Wooden. Broncos by 21. Ricketts open for a three. 34 points tonight for Damian Rickett. Four substitutions getting ready to come in for the Broncos. New faces on the floor also for River Valley. Tran takes that shot. Here's Simonian. It's going to be 5 substitutions coming in. Trotzik will launch a three. That one's off. Rebound is controlled by Armand Candola, I should say. Seeing his first action. He averages about 2 points per game. Here's Tran. Candola. Into the corner goes Mundy. He'll launch a three. This ball on the ground. O'Neal has it, but then he rolled over, and so that's a travel. 5 substitutions coming in. So Simonian and Trotzik, O'Neal, Wooden, and Rickett will come out. Ryan Warner is in along with Riley Dick, Marcus Murch, Maxwell Prucher, and Max Morris. Here's Tran, he's closed off. Riley Dick with the steal. Here's Prucher, he'll drive in, he'll get the two. First points of the game for Maxwell Prucher. 26-point lead for Bella Vista. Both teams have their football quarterback on the floor right now. Speaking of whom, here's McPeak. Now Mundy, he finds an opening, and he gets bumped by Max Morris, and that'll be a foul. It'll be the 4th team foul, non-shooting. That'll be the first on Max Morris, who in about a month and a half is going to be donning the lacrosse gear for the Bella Vista lacrosse team. And we hope you join us for our live streams for Bella Vista lacrosse starting on February 16th here on YouTube. We'll point you towards the Bella Vista lacrosse page for those broadcasts. Tran's three-pointer comes off. McPeak a rebound. Now Mundy will launch a three. Tran with the rebound. Here's Candola. That one halfway down and comes out. Emin Nayati is into the game for Bella Vista. This is the first time we've seen him during one of our broadcasts. And also Creighton Hage is in the game. He had that pass come his way and couldn't control it. It goes into backcourt. And we get a foul called on Bella Vista. Ben Campbell gets called for the foul as he is seeing his first action of the night. Josh Amaral is in the game as well. Tran, that's his first free throw of the season. Now here's his second, and he misses them both. McPeak the rebound. McPeak will muscle back a shot that's too hard. Niati with the rebound for Bella Vista. Here's Amaral. Page. Time is running out. Last few seconds of the game. As the steal for Mundy, he puts the ball in the hoop to round out the scoring tonight. It is a 68-46 win for Bella Vista and they just took control in that third quarter and ran away with it. They had a 13-point lead at halftime, and they end with a 22-point victory here in their second league game of the year. In fact, the fourth quarter, by the way, was even scoring-wise, 11 points for each team. So we will take a look at some of the final numbers here and then talk about what's next for both of these teams and for our live streams. It'll be a tough one for Bella Vista come Friday night for their next game over in Roseville against Wood Creek, but we'll talk more about the upcoming matchups for Bella Vista in just a few moments. The teams shaking their hands and now are making their way towards their respective locker rooms. Glad to have you along for our second league live stream of the year here at Bella Vista High School, and so far Bella Vista is undefeated at home in league play. Let's take a look at the final totals here for both of these teams. Tavion Brown led the way for River Valley with 14 points, saw limited action in the second half due to foul trouble. 6 points each for Jackson McPeak and Gertharan Sangu. 5 points for UV Dosage and 5 points as well for Munith Gill. 4 for Jay Chohan, and then 2 points for Sivak Monday right there at the end of the game, with the last 2 points scored at the buzzer for River Valley. For Bella Vista, 34 points for Damian Rickett to lead the way. Mikey Simonian had 13, Jonah Wooden with 11. 7 points for Marka Trotzik, a solid game for him tonight. 2 points for Maxwell Prucher and 1 point for Zachary O'Neill. We got to see Emin Niati and we got to see Creighton Hage play for the first time during our live streams tonight, and also Ryan Warner got some time in, Ben Campbell, Max Morris near the end there as well for Bella Vista as they win this one by 22 points. Next up for the Broncos on Friday night, they will head to Roseville to take on Wood Creek, and then back here on Tuesday night against the Tigers of Inderkum. And of course we know Inderkum is, well, they're Inderkum. River Valley played Inderkum last week in their league opener at home and lost 93-39. That's what you can expect. It's what a lot of people expect when they take on Inderkum. That's how good they are. Looking forward to seeing them play and looking forward to seeing how Bella Vista matches up with them. You figure that we might have quite a few people here for that one. You know, to see the upper echelon teams come here to Bella Vista in league play. Want to see how Bella Vista sizes up against them on Tuesday night. And for River Valley, they're headed off to Roseville to take on the Roseville Tigers for their next game on Friday, and then they will be at home again next week. Just gonna go ahead and take a look at their schedule right now for you. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Funny how that works sometimes. So for the River Valley Falcons, they do have Roseville next. As we mentioned, they will be at Roseville, and then they will be home a week from tonight against Antelope. So that's their next 2 games. And again, as we announced earlier this evening, we will be here next week for 2 games. We'll have the boys game against Inderkum on Tuesday. We're going to have the girls game for you on Wednesday, the 17th, as the Bella Vista girls will take on Yuba City for CIF Cancer Awareness Night. So we hope you will join us for that. And we also hope that if you can make it out to the game, you'll be able to make it out to the game as well and help support those who are battling cancer. So that's what our plans are for next week. And of course, Bella Vista's plans for this Friday night as they head over to Roseville to take on Wood Creek. So we'll see you back here on Tuesday of next week as the Broncos take on Inderkum. That will be at 7:30. I want to correct myself that the Broncos game against Wood Creek is actually on Thursday the 11th. So my apologies there if I confused everybody. Don't go to Wood Creek on Friday. Go on Thursday to see the game, and then be back here. And I can guarantee you that back here it is Tuesday of next week. So I didn't get that one wrong. So anyway, so Thursday night at Wood Creek, and then next Tuesday here against Inderkum, and that's when we'll be back on with our next live stream. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Bella Vista wins it tonight 68-46. Thanks to our camera operator Julie Tharlson and our producer John Warner. I'm George Tharlson. Have a great night, everyone.